All right, the Pictomancer class is actually pretty simple, especially if you start using macros. So some of you are against macros, and if that's you, this is definitely not the video for you, because I'm going to simplify it basically in two ways. One where you have a little bit more control of the motifs versus the muse, and then one where just, you know, you're okay with whatever play style, and you're going to be using motifs and muse at the same exact time. So let's just jump right into it. I'm going to show you how it looks. All right, so basically, if you're looking at my screen here, I'm going to show you the way where basically all of it is the same. Now you can literally just pause this video and copy this over here and it'll work just fine. I prioritize muse abilities so that they're up at the top and then motifs are at the bottom. And the reason why I did that is because your motifs are the longer cast types. So if you take a look at my screen here, this is a motif. You see how it takes a little bit longer. It's usually like I think it's 3 seconds, something like that, almost 3 seconds. And then the muses are the instant ones. And then when you start doing like things like hammer time, for example. So if you're using like the motifs and muse macro that I've created here, basically what's going to happen is it's going to look just like this. So I'm just going to go through it. I'm going to prioritize it. I'm just literally just spamming one button down here, right? And it's just prioritizing whatever becomes available the quickest. And that's pretty much it. I like it. This is actually what I use when I'm just doing like random dungeons or roulettes. It works really good. And I don't really have any issues with it at all. However, there's going to be some of you that really want to be able to control like how you use your muses. So like, for example, hammer time. If you're using this current macro where everything's all in one, what's going to end up happening is that it's just going to start literally using those abilities however it comes available in this order. And sometimes because things are on a global cooldown, you'll end up bypassing like the next hammer time, right? Or the hammer stamp, and it'll go right into like a long cast of a motif. So some people may not like that. That's the reason why I broke it up into two different ways. So if you want to have a little more control, I just deleted that. All right, so if you want a little more control over your motifs and muse, I broke it up in a separate way so that it's just motifs and it's just muse. This might be the preferred way for most of you that want to get into using these macros, but at the same time, you don't want to lose complete control. So the way it's going to work is I'm going to use this for clicking just as an example for you guys. So you're going to click your motifs, go ahead and cast those out and get your canvases ready, which is just these three, right? And then once your canvases are ready, then you can start using the muse macro over here. So I'm going to let you guys go over here and take a look at this. And I'll just go ahead and add these in the description below just to make it a little bit easier for you guys. But if you want to pause and take a look, feel free to pause. And then number 2, going into the muse section, here's all the muses that you can currently use. But okay, so you've cast your motifs, you got your canvases ready. Now you're going to come over here and start using your muses. So the way this is going to look is just like this. Very easy, very straightforward. And it'll just use all of them, and then you go right back into casting your canvas motifs. So then canvas, number here, number 2, number here. What was I thinking? And then bam. And then you go back into this. Using your motifs, muses, using your muses. And that's pretty much it. And I like to keep these over here. So over here I have my motifs to let me know which ones I can cast. So I can see I have the Pom Motif available and I have the hammer or the weapon motif, right? There you go. And then now I got all these set up and ready to go. So now I can start using my muses. And there it is. Like I said, this works extremely well. And that's it. That's pretty much all she wrote. And then we go right back in. We see we have 2 motifs available. You can also see that there's 2 not there, but sometimes they're like on cooldown. So I like to keep these here so I can see. There you go. Back to my palm. And you can mix this up however you like. So everything's on cooldown now. So then you just go right into your standard casting. So I'll make a video later on that kind of explains the rotation for Pictomancer, but I really wanted to go in here and just give you guys an idea of what the macros look like, because they've changed the way that I played Pictomancer, and it really simplifies the process by a lot. But that's it, guys. That's pretty much all I got for this video. Just simply macros for the Pictomancer, and I use macros for pretty much all my jobs and classes. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. I'm happy to make some more videos or address your questions. And yeah, if anything, you can catch me live on Twitch when I stream, and more than happy to talk Final Fantasy with you guys. Until the next one, have a good one. Peace.